Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Settlement Survival. Hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. We just got some immigrants rolling up into the town, and boy, oh boy, do we really need them. You can see we got all sorts of tool problems happening, we got all sorts of food problems happening. It's quite the deal, but we do have yellow smiley faces, so that's pretty great. We got our theater built up, it's all working. People are working in it, and it's great, and it's doing its thing, and it's awesome. I do want to bring this up right away. We did have our goof off hero operating, and I was playing a little bit in between, getting ready to record, and we had the minus 99 citizens, and so that left us with, you know, like 10 people, and so I reloaded the save, and I turned it off. So we aren't going to use goof off hero for a little bit here. We did have, I also had a minus 99 happiness that didn't really do a ton. We were pretty fine with that. But when I lost the 99 workers, or the 99 people, it was just like, this isn't going to work. We're not going to do this. I don't want to sit through having no workers. You guys probably don't want to watch me start over again in the same map. So yeah, we're not going to do that. Just turn it off. But we have our immigrants here. We got 99 laborers now. We need to assign these peeps to some places. Right away here, I'm going to stop. And then we're going to go ahead and do a caravan. And the thing I want to get with a caravan is going to be for heating. So we need some cut stone. I'm going to go visit Carlos because Carlos is our guy. I don't really care about the prices being exactly right. We're going to buy insurance and we're going to buy stuff. We need some cut stone. We should probably just get into some techs and get this stuff ourselves. We are going to need 40 of that. We're going to purchase. Hopefully we have enough money for this. I don't have a ton, but we'll see. And then we are going to need a little bit of steel action, and that's only 30, so nothing too crazy. That'd be 300 coins. So, all right, we got our cut stone, we got our steel. We aren't going to sell anything. We don't really have anything that we can sell, well, at least with in excess. And then we are going to get this stuff, and then we'll be able to buy the boiling room, and I'll show you that when we get there. So, what I want to do with that is, if you don't know, this guy can consume domestic fuel and provide heat for citizens so they don't need to warm up in the houses. So with the stuff that we just purchased, we're going to get this and we're going to build it somewhere up in here so that the people who are all up here in the wintertime don't have to come all the way back down here and risk freezing to death. So we're going to plop one up there, and we'll probably do another one over here. And then we got to get this tool thing figured out. So right now we currently only have one smithy working. I'm going to put somebody else on it. And I'm probably going to build another smithy, and we'll probably build it like right next door. We'll get that guy built up. Taylor's doing fine. We have a handful of clothes. It's okay. Tools are our big issue. We have 8 people left. Our research institutes are doing fantastic now that we have rope going on. So I'm not going to put anybody else in there just yet. I'm going to fill in some other spaces. We had a lot of deaths in between the episodes here, so I want to filter these guys back in. We do have pastures now with alpaca, so we are going to have 2 alpaca, and we are going to separate out this number 3 to number 4. There we go. Now we have alpaca in both. We have geese down here, and then we want to get some more wood happening here because we're still only at 30 wood. So what I want to do is we have these guys planting trees, and this one is planting and felling trees, and this one's also doing both. So I'm going to sprinkle a couple more people in here to get this stuff happening a little bit more. And we just kind of need the wood. We need the wood so that we can make domestic fuels and keep that whole deal going. This I have upgraded to a sawmill, and I moved the 2 workers into our other sawmill while we were upgrading, so now we should have this working great. If we could get some coal, that would also be wonderful, but we're not quite there yet. I want to let's go check to see if we're missing some people around here. So we've got a fisher person that we were missing. It looks like, we got a water person missing, so we'll put somebody in there. And we got 2 builders. It looks like we are missing a couple hunters' huts, but we're already down to 1 laborer. And they go so fast, it's ridiculous. And okay, so let's get our heating, and it is locked because we need mining, smelting, but we need clean water first. So we got to go down this tree. We do have 3 points, and I'm also tempted to get into agriculture and get down to farming efficiency, so we could do that now. But since we are in the green with food and we have a decent stockpile, I'm not going to do that yet. Let's go ahead and let's get this heating thing figured out. We are going to activate it, but we aren't going to do mining, smelting. So we have heating now, and we have clean water. So let's find that heater. We're going to go services, boiler room, and we're going to plop this guy up over in this space. We're going to kind of impede on our gatherer's hut and our forester's hut here, but I would rather do that and have people not freeze to death. And yeah, so that's the plan for that. And then over here we can do our reservoirs, and we'll move our people who are on the wells into the reservoirs. These things are so good once they get rolling here. So we'll plop a couple down. We are probably going to end up having a ton of these things because water is so important with so many things in this game. The reservoirs are totally worth it. So we'll get like that. Once they get built up, we'll move our people out of here. These each will be able to take 2. So these 3 wells will make into these reservoirs, and that'll be good to go. And then our smithy is ready to roll here. So we don't have a ton of iron, but we have some. So I think I'll do stone tools here, and we'll hopefully get a little bit more production. Hopefully they don't take as long. I don't really know if stone tools or iron tools take longer to make. There isn't really a duration timer or anything like that, but hopefully they're a little bit quicker. We have a little bit more stone. So we're going to go back and forth. One has iron, one has stone. We'll get those rolling. And we got a couple more houses down over in here. So we're on the border with the houses. And then I did a couple more over here, trying to do 2 things. One, having enough, this notification gone. One of citizens want new houses. I don't want that there anymore. And I want to encourage the procreation of more citizens because we need a lot of workers. We need a lot of people here, and we're just not getting it. And so we're trying to empty out this apartment a little bit and just continue to build up our town population, because that's what we really need. And then yeah, so I like this 2x2 action. I really like the look. So that's what we're going to continue to go with here, and we'll just do another little group. Man, there's so many saws running around. So many tools needed. So hopefully we can start to make these tools here pretty darn quickly. We can also do some imports, which we may do in the future here, but not quite yet because they were so expensive. So caravan returned to the town. They cost us 580. We know that. So we should have our cut stone and our steel on the way to that boiler room. There isn't anything else that is using those 2 things. So that's where they should go. We have one of our reservoirs done. So I'm going to take this person out of there and take these 2 people out of there. And we're going to go like this and one of these. And there we go. Have 2 people working in that. And then what else we can do is we have a couple of single wells here that we can knock out. So I'm gonna trade 2 single wells for a double well, and we'll do this. There we go. And then we'll see what our water looks like. We have a pretty good stockpile of water right now. I would really like to move some of those workers elsewhere if we are able to do so. And that is what the plan will be when we can get there. This theater is a pretty good range, but I apparently built a bunch of houses outside of the range, so I might have to do another theater, but that's okay. If we did a theater kind of down here, we could maybe reach a little bit here and continue to build some houses on this side of the world, and maybe we could do that. I was kind of looking at our layout here. There isn't really a great spot on this little chunk of land to like build another village. I was thinking kind of up here. We work our way up here and then kind of share this area for making trees and for our gatherer huts until we can get some dense forest going on. I think that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. And then we have this big old tree here. We don't have the iron tools, so we're going to chop down, get a little bit of timber. Timber is not worth it to chop down. I should have waited and got the tools, but too late. The next time, if I remember do that, we'll do that instead. And then I think we get a sapling we can plant somewhere in the town as a decoration. Decoration, I said? So we can get this guy here. So that would be cool. Decorations are something that I really like in the game, but you know, it's kind of tricky to like make them look good, I think. So I want to use them, but I'm not very good at it. So if you got some design ideas, let me know. Ooh, we got our other reservoir up and running. So we'll do the same thing. We're gonna get Kyle out of there. We're gonna turn off this big well and we'll move those people to the reservoir. And there we go. Oh, we have 3 extra labors, so that's great. We do have 1 more tech point, I believe. Yes, and we're getting really close to having one after that. So I wanted to get soap, and look at our health is getting low, so it's about time to get the soap. So let's go ahead and we'll get that, and then we can put a couple soap workshops in. And let's go ahead, and this guy will work pretty good. Well, let's see. So this is where we're getting some fats from over here. Let's put this guy like right next door to this thing, and then we can have the efficiency be a little bit better because it's right next to the butchers. And the fat's gonna be close by, and then it'll go right in there. Maybe we want to do another little warehouse so they have a spot to store it right by here, instead of having to go all the way down over here and then all the way back. I think it's what they would end up doing. So we'll put that warehouse in there, and then this is going to be close to this stuff too, so hopefully that production gets a little bit better as well. I want to take a quick look at our processing and our logistics here. We just have the warehouse, transfer station we don't have yet, and baskets and packet expansion. Okay, so we do have some decent stuff for transporting goods, but nothing super duper. We don't have animal power or anything like that. Well, of course, we don't have any donkeys or horses for the animal power, but something else that we could work on. But I think next we're going to work down this tree. Let's get our compost, and then we'll get the farming efficiency passive. Super good, doubles the sowing and harvesting speed, so we want to get that for sure. And compost is going to get us fertilizer, so we'll get the compost plant as well. So all sorts of good things here that we just got, but unfortunately not a lot of workers to really get it utilized yet. And then we should be able to do a tunnel through this. Let's see if that will work. It will. So I gotta go one over. These tunnels are always tricksy. I always want to do this as a middle, and that's never the case. It's got to be on the corner. So we do that. If I could flatten it out, that would be ideal, but we can't quite do that yet. So we'll just deal with a tunnel for now, and then we'll connect those two spots, or I could have gone over here, but I like the tunnel there. That's what we're gonna put. And then let's see what else we got here. So we had a couple people die of old age, and now we are out of labor. Okay, and now we're gonna have red sickness here. So let's make the soap workshop our priority, and then we can get some people working over there. We really need that to happen. Okay, so it looks like our tool situation is temporarily dealt with. I don't see any tools running around, no saws or anything like that. So this smithy and our other smithy have done okay, it looks like, for now. Let's see what we got for iron ore. Yeah, so we're getting really low on iron ore, so let's find another batch. There's a little bit over here, and then a little bit across the bridge there I saw. But let's just see what we got over on here. And then a ton of it up here. So this is kind of far away, so I'm a little worried. I'm not going to do all of it yet. I'm a little worried on the distance, so we'll just kind of grab those guys. And then with this boiler room up, people are going to be able to come here to get warm, and it will be a little bit better. So I'm happy that we got that figured out. Oh, we have 4 laborers. Okay, so now we're getting people growing up pretty quickly, which is nice, and becoming laborers. So we don't have a school, it looks like, so we could definitely get a school going here pretty soon. Wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. So let's find it. Here's our school. And the schools also help with the technology stuff, which I tend to forget about. So they're not just for advanced workers, they're also good for a little bit of tech action. So we'll get that thing built up. And we have 5 laborers now, so that's pretty good. So if we got 1 person working on soap, we got 1 person on the compost. Compost is probably not that high of a priority to get running. It's going to be the school and the soap workshop for those fats. So we got people that are cold, so you should be able to run in here, right? What? So that I'm not sure about. Oh, that's why. There's no domestic fuels in there. So yeah, that's not great. That's not great at all. So, oh, okay. I thought we lost a couple people. We did. We lost 1 person, froze to death, but we're at 6 laborers now. So this is going really well. Let's grab a couple more people building, and we're going to need some more farms here. It looks like we're at not that great of food. So we'll do a couple farm fields. We did do that attempt over here with the bigger field, and one of our commenters was like, yeah, that wasn't double. That was like 3.5 times the size of a regular 8x8. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. So yeah, you're going to have to try and figure that one out on your own to see how good a bigger field is, because I can't do the math to figure it out. I'm not good at that. Not inclined at all. So thanks for pointing that out. The horrible miscalculation I had there. It's kind of funny, made me laugh. But anyways, we'll get a couple more farms going over here. Quickly clear it out because we have so many people working right now. And we are going to get some more oats. And unfortunately, these things are taking 3 people a piece. So I'm not going to fill in all of them with workers because we don't have enough people to do that. So instead of 2 here, I'm going to turn this guy off, and I'm going to make this one a single. And we'll turn this guy off as well, and we'll make this oat seeds. Okay. So 1 more farm, really, after all of that we can actually operate because of the need of workers. And it looks like I have a couple people that died here with cactus and with our peas. So let's just take a quick peek at how many cactuses we have. Tons reserved up. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna put a person in there, and then we have an additional 1 worker. We could do 3 in a farm, but I'm gonna leave the 3 laborers as is, like that. Okay, so now with this thing needing more domestic fuels, we are gonna need more sawmills needing more timber. So what we should do is hopefully get some more immigrants here on the way, and then we got to get some more wood stuff and things happening. So let's get our forester hut again, and we know our radius is about there, so let's kind of go like out over here kind of by the water, and we'll put another one over there, and then we're going to go across the way here, and we'll do another one here as well. Get some more gatherer huts in there too. We want those guys, and I'm gonna move this back a little bit so that they line up. And they're losing a little bit in the water there, but that's okay. This thing is almost done. Great. We should have the 1 laborer for that, and we're down to 2 hearts. Uh-oh, that's not good at all. So yeah, we need to get this soap workshop working like immediately. So I was tempted to start working down on that agriculture a little bit more. I think I'm gonna get bathhouse next, but we're gonna need cut stone. So yeah, and linens? Yikes. Okay, maybe not. We need to order that stuff. So let's get some cut stone and we get some linens. We need 40 of each, and we can get that, you know, with our trades. So we can do that. That's no problem. But let's go ahead and we'll get our agriculture, and we'll continue to move down to farm here, and then we'll get farming efficiency next, which shouldn't take that long, especially if we get our school built up and that happening. It needs a little bit more timber. So let's go ahead and we'll do a gather all, and we'll just pick up all of these loose trees basically around town here, and we'll go like that. And so yeah, these should get harvested pretty quickly since most of that stuff is like right here. We got tons of free laborers right now, so we'll get that stuff cleaned up, and we'll get some more wood happening. Okay, so did that compost thing get built, or did we not end up doing it? Oh yeah, it's right here. So it didn't get built yet. This guy you need to make. We'll get some beeswax, we got some soap, so let's do that. We'll put 2 people in there, get that working a little bit better. It looks like our farmers are back in the fields working, so this stuff is going to take a little bit to get cut down, but hopefully we can manage. Looks like our other reservoir got built up, and you can see here we're doing fantastic with water now. So I'm going to turn this one off, and then we'll move this person in here, and let's see what the water production looks like. So if we go here, food is in red, we know that. And if we go to beverages, water is looking pretty great. So I'm going to leave those 2 people out of there. Let's just see how well these 3 reservoirs do on their own. We have the wells for backup if we need it. That'll give us 4 laborers. That'll be able to go over here, and let's go ahead and we'll make 3 more workers on that. Get that stuff going. Our alpaca should be getting us some meat here. What do we have for our butchers? We have alpaca and buffalo. Okay, perfect. So then we're still making meat chops with that stuff. And if we could, yeah, geese would be cool, except we don't get the meat chops with geese. Let's see what the geese thing does. I don't think it really does anything. No, it just makes meat chops. Oh, but it does turn 10 to 15. So that's really good. If we make another butcher and we can work on geese, that would be ideal. So let's go ahead, we'll put a butcher there. We need timber and stone, and then we'll make that one geese, and then we can start to increase our food with the geese. I didn't even realize that was a thing. It's worth checking out some of that stuff sometimes. We'll get that marked for gathering, and yeah, we are going to need to think about some mines here pretty darn quickly, I think. Hopefully our tech stuff really kicks off, and we are looking a little bit better for that. And how do we got for tech points here? So we go mining and quarry are luckily right away here. So maybe once we get the agriculture, farming efficiency, let's go into mining. So that'll be our next 3 points, and then we should be okay for our basic stuff. Let's put in another sawmill, maybe. We have this one over here. Oh, okay, this one doesn't even have anybody in it. So yeah, we need to get some more workers in there for sure. So instead of 3 builders, I'm going to take 2 out of there, and let's move this to sawmill, and then we'll move a couple into sawmill here. We'll get some more timber in, and with the 2 workers that we have as laborers, we'll cut trees down and everything, and then we'll have that stuff coming in. And then hopefully we get some more immigrants on the timeline here. We got it at the beginning of the episode, but we haven't seen anything since yet then. So hopefully we get something quickly here. What else could we do? We got our gatherer hut here that's just sitting without anybody working in it. So we could move somebody else around for that. Now we're kind of impeding on our forester hut here. We could move those 4 workers up into this area and just kind of move everything north, while as our farms kind of expand in that direction. Probably go further over here for our more farms later. Looks like this thing is felling trees and planting trees, and it looks like everybody's freezing. Oh, our agaves are sitting. What do you need? Looks like we need a little bit more agave itself. So yeah, those farms that we turned off for that little bit were a little bit hurting, it looks like. And we could use some more agave even. So with the 3 distilleries and with the rope, it's going pretty quickly. So luckily, there we go. We got immigrants on the way. So once they're here, we'll be able to put more people into the farms and be able to get some more agave happening and a little bit more food happening. And then we should be sitting a little bit better. I'm gonna open that up. This thing should have been built. There it is. Okay, I'll knock Connie out of there. And now we have 4 laborers, and then the farmers are coming off the field. So then we should be able to get some of these trees knocked down. And hopefully this boiler room can do something this season. I'm gonna take them out. Let's get some domestic fuels cut up first. I want the houses to have the domestic fuels first, and then secondary, we'll get that boiler room. Take the boiler room person out of there so they can cut some trees down, and then we can get some more people working in the sawmills, get some more stuff cut up. I'll put another worker in there since we got up to 6. And then how's our tools doing? So our tools are at 44, so we're still in the green with the tools. Not like a huge abundance of them, but enough, so that's great. Cutting down the trees over here, that's also great, working well. And then we got all these up here, lots of good stuff happening there. Yeah, and our water is still doing great as well. So this is good for a little bit. The 6 workers in there, that's kind of a lot for water, but if we get too big of a stockpile, we can definitely tone it back. That's not that big of a deal. 3,500 is quite a bit, but not enough to where I want to knock it out yet. And we got 6 laborers, that's good. I think I'm going to plop a couple more people in the... Well, let's go over here. So we had this gather stuff that was just sitting, right? I don't want to do all 4 people in there, so I'm going to kind of do like that, and then we'll go like that. Ronald and Cole can work up there, get that stuff happening. And then I think that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival. If you would like to watch some more Settlement Survival, the playlist on the bottom will be the playlist for the rest of the series, and the thing on the top is going to be a YouTube suggested video of mine. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Have a fantastic, amazing rest of your day or night.